Living Local Carolina with Jessica Grace. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Welcome to the Living Local Carolina Financial Friday Community Panel. We are here on site today, a little different than the studio, with Hatton Gravely, who is the Director of Mission Advancement here at the YMCA of Coastal Carolina. So Hatton, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And I know everyone at home is, familiar with the YMCA as it is such a big mission and overarching company throughout, our nation. But what kind of makes the YMCA of Coastal Carolina a little different in the mission here?
Well, our mission is the same across the organization, and that is to be for all. And our three pillars are youth development, social responsibility, and healthy living. So a lot of people know that you can come here and work out and go swim, but a lot of people don't know about our mission work in the community and all the things that we do to make the community a better place. And so we really focus on the youth development aspect here through preschool, summer camp, parents' night out. We do a lot of programming for kids, and then we also, of course, do a lot of healthy living kind of programming here, and also a lot of different classes focused on helping people be healthier and live healthier lives.
Which is wonderful. And I know you kind of mentioned a lot of people know that they can kind of come here to work out. What are some ways that you all, through those different programs that you offer, kind of do that community outreach and let our community know that, this is more than just a gym, so to say, but is really a place that is offering tips and tools to live a healthier lifestyle?
Well, through our social media, we do share a lot of blog posts and social media tips. We ran a really fun kickoff to the new year this year. It was a Healthy Habits Challenge for 90 days.
Wow.
And we had almost 1,000 people sign up.
That's wonderful.
Not all of them completed it, but throughout the 12 weeks, or 13 weeks, we shared very easy tips that anyone can accomplish, and we had a journal that all the participants filled out. So it was drink more water, get 8 hours of sleep, get 30 minutes of exercise. So it wasn't, the challenges were designed for something that were for anyone to be able to accomplish.
Well, and I love that you have kind of that journal, because it really helps people stay accountable and stay on track instead of just, here's the information and, we're not really going to guide you through it. So that's great to know too for people that, maybe are looking to start living a healthier lifestyle, that you guys are here as kind of that partner for accountability to help them get on that track. And for people that are interested in joining the YMCA, kind of what does that process look like, as well as some of the membership fees and things like that are associated?
Well, all of the fees are on our website, and probably the easiest thing to do is to come in to sign up to be a member.
Okay.
And for those in the community that can't afford our full fees, we have a financial assistance program that anyone in the community can apply for.
That's wonderful.
And based on income levels will determine the rates for membership. So
That's wonderful.
We really, of course, provide a lot of financial assistance here, which I think a lot of people don't know.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
anyone can be a member.
Right, and with summer right around the corner, there are lots of kids, of course, that have different needs during the summer, whether it's older kids that are coming to work out or younger kids that have these different programs. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the different kids programs that you all do here? Sure. And financial assistance, of course, goes along with those.
Yeah, so our fundraising supports all the financial assistance that we provide. Okay. So we are actually getting ready to kick off a Y Mission Week, where we're sharing all of the work that we do in the community. So you have to follow our social media accounts for that. But for the summertime, we have a really fun kids camp.
Oh, fun.
And kids, and it's not just a place to drop off your kids. Of course, working parents like me, I need a place for my kids to go during the summer when they're not in school. But the kids are reading every day. They're doing STEM activities. They're doing outdoor activities. They're learning to swim.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And then, of course, field trips. So the summer camp is a wonderful opportunity for parents to drop their children off, but also the kids are getting a lot of enrichment activities throughout the summer.
Which is fantastic. And I know you guys have some community kind of outreach events that you all do as well. Will you tell us a little about those?
Sure. Our big event this spring was Healthy Kids Day,
Yeah.
which Carolina Trust Federal Credit Union was one of our sponsors.
Yeah.
We had community members handing out things. We had fit family fitness classes like Zumba and yoga and something called Rip Sticks, where kids like do drumming, but it's an exercise.
Wow. And Hatton, thank you so much for all the things that you're doing for our community through the Y. And we will learn a little bit more about the Y when we come back from the break. Welcome back to Living Local Carolina Financial Friday. We are here with Jason Mueller, who is the Director of Sports here at the YMCA of Coastal Carolina. And Jason, I know you guys have a lot of youth sports programs here that we definitely want the community to know about so that they can bring their kids and get involved. Will you tell us about some of the different programs that you guys offer?
Sure. We've got 3 main youth sports programs.
Okay.
We've got youth soccer, youth basketball, and youth flag football.
Okay.
Our youth soccer and our flag football, we both actually run 2 seasons of each. So you get a fall and a winter,
Okay,
or a
neat.
fall and a summer for each of those. And then basketball is 1 season only.
Wonderful. And what are the age ranges of kids that are kind of coming to participate?
Anywhere from 3 up to 16 years old.
Wow. I mean, it's a really large range. And kind of, you know, there are obviously so many different sports organizations in the community, some that are a little bit more intermediate, some that are advanced. Where would you kind of say the kids are that are in your program?
We're very much an instructional league, a rec league. You know, for us here, we want to make sure that we help teach these kids some good common core values, teamwork, sportsmanship, but also making sure that they have fun and get outside and get to play in sports.
For sure, and I think that's one of the biggest benefits that, you know, typically you don't highlight on youth sports is having these kids come together and learn what it means to be able to work together in a team. And we're talking about kind of teaching these kids. What does, you know, coaching look like for you all? How do you find your coaches? What's the skill level of someone who may be looking to coach one of these teams?
Well, all of our coaches are volunteers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A lot of our coaches are parents of the kids that we have participating.
Yeah.
We're actually very fortunate here. We have a lot of skilled coaches, especially like in our soccer. We have a lot of former high school and college soccer players that are now coaching their kids. But really for us, it's making sure that we get just a good quality person to make sure that these kids have a great experience with us here at the YMCA.
Yeah, and that's fantastic because it allows, you know, people who have a love for sport to, you know, be able to continue that and kind of pass that down to the next generation. And I know, you know, lots of people at home are involved in youth sports. You know, growing up, you think of all the different rec leagues and things like that. What does a game day or a season look like typically with you guys that may be different than maybe some things that people are used to, or maybe the same?
For us, I mean, our seasons tend to run about 6 to 7 weeks. 1 day a week practice, and then depending on the season, most of our games in the wintertime happen on Saturday mornings or Saturdays in general. Yeah, so it's just 1 day a week, 1 hour for games. So it's about a 2-hour commitment. But again, it's just with our coaches, just making sure that we stress some of the core values like we talked about with teamwork, sportsmanship, and making sure these kids have a good time being outside playing.
Wonderful. And where are these games kind of typically held? And then for parents at home that are looking to involve their children in the youth sports program that you guys offer here, you know, how can they go about doing that, and what can they expect as far as fees for signing up, things like that?
Okay. All of our fees and all that is posted on our website. All of our games for our soccer and our flag football are held over what we call YMCA Athletic Park over on 65th Avenue across the street. Most of our practices are here, but we do have some practices over there also. Basketball, everything is here in-house. But yeah, that's, I mean, for most of our registration stuff typically opens up about 2 months before the seasons begin.
Wonderful. And that's great for people that are looking for more information. Of course, they can visit your website about that. And I know we've kind of briefly touched on, you know, one of the biggest things about youth sport is really teaching people the different skills that, you know, they don't typically get in a classroom setting. What are some of the great skills that you see of kids that are coming out and being involved in your youth sports program?
For us, mainly, like I said, because we're very much still an instructional league, getting to see the difference that these kids, difference that they get in week one practice to the end of the season, whether it be they're dribbling with a soccer ball or being able to catch a football and flag football,
Right.
things like that. Just watching their development over the course of a season is one of our big joys of watching these kids out here.
Thank you so much for all that you do with our youth sports program here, and we will be right back after the break to learn a little bit about the aquatics. Welcome back to the Living Local Carolina Financial Friday Community Panel. I am here with Autumn Finney, who is the Aquatics Director at the YMCA of Coastal Carolina, and as you can tell, we are here in their pool area.
We are.
So Autumn, if you'll tell us a little bit about some of the different programs and different things that you guys have going on at the pool on a typical week.
So we are getting into our busiest season. Over the course of the summer, we will have swim teams, swim lessons, water aerobics, and multiple rental groups coming through our pool to learn how to swim or enjoy being in the water for the summer.
That is wonderful. And as you can see right now, people are in swimming. Do you guys offer kind of like a free swim for members that are already a member of the YMCA that can kind of come use the pool as they like?
We do. So the pool actually comes as part of the membership.
That's
so
wonderful.
you join with the Y, you can come utilize our pool as a lap swimmer, to come free swim as a family, take classes, all of that comes with the membership.
That's perfect. And I know it's warm here at the beach, but it's not super warm during those cold months, and it
Absolutely.
is definitely warm in here.
Always
so,
warm.
A great place to come and swim if you're looking for somewhere to go year round.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know you mentioned before that the month of May is Aquatic Safety Month. So when thinking of swim lessons and water safety for children, what are some of the different ways that we can kind of teach families out there to be safe around the water?
Absolutely. So our entire curriculum is founded on water safety principles rather than learning to swim and then kind of doing water safety.
Yeah.
So we teach children how to jump, push, turn, grab. In the event they fell in the water, how do they get out?
Yeah.
Swim, float, swim. If they get tired, do they know how to roll on their back?
Yeah.
And then something we do very specifically to our Ys is we do rip current safety training.
That's
so
wonderful.
we have a trainer, we drop in the water, teach children how to safely break out of a rip current if they get caught.
That's fantastic, especially living here near the beach. There are a lot of different
Absolutely.
swim lesson options out there, which are great, if you're in a pool or a lake or still water, but when you're out at the beach where a lot of families go to enjoy the water throughout the year, it's wonderful that our kids
Absolutely.
know these water safety tips. And for parents who are looking maybe to sign their kids up for swim lessons, or even adults who are looking to learn how to swim, where can they find information on how to do that?
So it's all on our website. Registration open on Monday.
Oh, wow.
So we have close to 400 spots coming available.
That's
but
wonderful.
that is in huge thanks. We have a partnership with Graves Pools and Spas. We now have a new off-site location in Socastee.
That's wonderful.
So we're going to be offering group swim lessons there, group swim lessons in each of our branches. And then beyond that, we do swim lessons with all of our camp programs. So
That's great.
we have a partnership with the Boys and Girls Club. They bring their kids in every summer. We do swim lessons with them.
That's
and
fantastic.
then every child in our day camp and preschool program also receives free swim lessons.
That's wonderful. So if you are looking for, a camp to send your child to, or looking for preschool, after school care, things like that, you can come here and
Absolutely.
learn how to swim and learn those elements of water safety.
Yes, ma'am.
That's fantastic. And for people at home, kids that may already know how to swim or things like that, what are some safety tips, since we are focusing on Aquatic Safety Month, that you
Absolutely.
could give people at home to keep their children safe around water?
Absolutely. So things we teach kids kind of to take home, take to your neighborhood pool, take to the beach, is always have supervision.
Yeah.
We start with our younger kids. Is your parent actively watching? They're not on their phone, not worth reading a book. Parents are actively supervising.
Yeah.
Wearing a life vest when they're either in water deeper than they can swim, or if they're out on a boat, any of those factors. And then not jumping in if they see someone in distress. We've stressed this heavily of reach or throw, never go.
Yeah.
So kids have a way to assist, adults have a way to assist without putting themselves at risk and creating a potential multiple drowning situation.
That is great, because I feel like, as you were mentioning earlier, you offer a lot of these swim lessons and water safety courses for younger kids. There are a lot of adults that don't know how to swim, but in the event of of danger, it's kind of an instinct reaction to move. And so that's super important that, you know, there are other options to make sure that you are keeping your child safe or your family safe when around water.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Well, that's wonderful. And, you know, for, I guess as a last kind of closing tip for families that are looking to do swim lessons, you've mentioned again that that's all on the website where they can go and sign up.
Yes, ma'am.
And then, of course, we want you guys to stay safe at home. So if you don't know how to swim or are looking for some water safety tips, be sure to come out here to the YMCA. And that will conclude our May Living Local Financial Friday Community Panel. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you guys for joining us at home.